Aloha and welcome to this module on software review. Super excited about this module. I think it's going to be one of the modules that you look back on and say, this completely changed the way I do software development. Because one of the issues that new developers in particular have, they can get the code to work, but they know that their code is bad. They know that they're implementing it in not a very good way. It's either not efficient or they just know that what they're doing is not right, but they don't know how to make it better. And that's a real conundrum for new developers. How do you go from the ability to get the code to kind of work, but it's not eloquent code. It's not easy to maintain. It's not easy to read. How do you go to that code that's really delightful, code that you'd be proud to show a future employer as a demonstration of what you're capable of? It's kind of like if you're writing an article for a magazine or a journal, right? You want to have an editor come in and look at your first draft and say, well, this is good, you're getting the point across, but here are a bunch of different places where you could clean up your text and correct the grammar and make your prose more impactful. That's what software review does for code. It's a way that development teams can come together, look at each other's code, provide helpful advice on how to make it work better, and also kind of extract from that what are best practices, what are the kinds of things that we should be looking for in code to ensure that it implements whatever ideas we're trying to implement in the best possible way. So in this module, I'm going to start off with a screencast, 15-20 minutes, goes over a little bit of the history of software review, not very much, but talks about kind of the canonical gold standard for software review called software inspection, as well as the process that we're going to be using in this class called, that's adapted from issue-driven project management, or it's an adaptation of software review for our development process. And this next reading right here kind of goes into detail. How are we going to do review in the context of issue-driven project management? And there's several different phases and things you'll read about in this. Finally, an intrinsic part of this process is using review checklists. And I have a link here to a GitHub repo where there are some kind of template checklists that you can use to get started with your own review process. So I think this module is going to be super great. Can't wait for you to start doing your own reviews and learning how to take your development skills to the next level.